sex toy is demonic, it's addictive, it has a high level of dependence, and should be completely avoided.
When you have come, when you have gotten there, and your woman is still in that bed, mourning and wanting more, what do?
You go for round 2.
How many men get to round?
There are so many men that go for
Can we please calm down?
You use these things, yeah? Are you saying that you don't want the level of satisfaction that this thing gives to you from your partner?
So how about you get a real sucker?
Okay.
It is on the cleats, and you are fucking her, and she's screaming, "Oh, baby, hit me where I want you to hit me." Does it mean that she's not satisfied when that road sucker is not there or your figure is not there, and you are inside of her?
The simple truth is, it affects people.
Yes.
Let's just.
Psychologically, can I
Psychologically, it also.
Please do.
They've agreed on that part.
So you
Nobody's arguing.
So are you with me on this point that are you with me on this point that
I agree.
you should not use the sex toy?
No,
You should not use
I
it
can
at
never
all.
agree to that.
I agree with.
Welcome to J Squad Entertainment. My name is Josh, aka Mr. J Squad. I'm one of the guys who gives you the premium entertainment right now on the podcast called Just Talk. All right. On the studio with me, we have actually really interesting people. In the last episode, we actually brought in some really interesting people who talked about sex toys, and who gave us like a really nice coaching about how to use sex toys or how to implement sex toys into sex life. And right now, we actually brought some men who were like, nah, this is bullshit. Why on earth should we use sex toys when I'm here? Why should we be able to use? Why can they use vibrator or frequencies and other shit when my dick can rotate in that frequency? So we start with the men them. So basically, so on your left, on my left we have
Atlanta Martin, CEO of ATL Forge.
and we have.
Dr. Sam Dakroma.
All right, it's a doctor, mate. Don't joke. No, play. Don't play. And then we have the people who are the main people, the main vendors, the sex coaches. You understand? We have number one. We have the number one drip of PH. Please make a name, baby.
Already we're doing it.
Yeah, there she is. And then on the now we have the kinky corner, baby. The one and only motherfucker who kinks in the corner, baby. Trying to kick in public in the corner. In the corner. All right. So we're talking about sex toys. We're talking about how we in a sex life, how we can actually implement sex into or sex toys into our life. And men then basically you're like, nah, man. First of all, before we start, what's your take on sex toys? Let's start with the men then.
Okay, I know sexuality is part of human behavior, and in sexuality you have to come, but
Sorry,
the use
like
of
come or come?
like you have to ejaculate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the use of sex toy is a no-no for me, and even societally, religiously. And I've never seen a religious group or in a society where sex toy have been embraced. So it's demonic and should be avoided.
It's demonic in what way, though? Demonic how?
It's something that it's just like a drug that once you keep taking it, you get so intoxicated by it.
Okay.
And you won't know how the natural way feels like anymore. You just want to be on that state, and when the natural comes in, you can't be satisfied. So it's something that should not even. I advise the younger generation for them not to use it at first, because once you start using these things, it has a role to play psychologically, and it affects you as a human, because use of sex toy actually raises the bar to a position where the natural cannot come in again. Yeah, so that is why I say it's not something that I would advise
I think
to
at
be
this point
used.
it's safe to say Dr. Wesley's biggest fear in life is that his babe might leave him for a sex toy.
No, please, we should allow them to. I think you were
Yeah,
saying
I made the
something.
point. Yeah. So yeah,
Like,
you know, go ahead.
get to
Yeah.
your-
That's what we had to say. That's what we had to say. Yeah, go ahead.
He's
I
actually.
feel like I don't see any reason why someone would speak of a sex toy in this way. What's in sex toy, do you, sir?
No, my own question is: you said you're a doctor.
Yes.
What type of doctor are you?
Teeth, dentist.
No, please, let's go there. Let's go there. What type of a doctor are you?
Yeah.
Because a
I mean-
gynecologist
interested.
listening to you talk.
No, I'm really interested.
Okay, yeah.
Is it
I'm
okay?
curious.
Yeah,
What type of-
I'm an oral maxillofacial surgeon.
Please.
Yes.
What does
In
that mean?
layman term, what does that mean?
I'm a dental surgeon.
There's no need to laugh now. There's
but
no
what's
need to
funny
laugh.
about
No. Like yes, sir.
You're an oral what?
Maxillofacial
I've
surgeon.
almost never heard that in my life.
Of
The moment
course.
you said it, I felt like you were
No,
a
but he
plastic
said
surgeon.
dental
So
surgeon.
what's funny
so
about
now we know
that?
what
The fact that, see, sir,
Yeah.
how is the family?
What
They
is
are fine,
funny
right?
about that?
Like, how does it relate? How does it relate to the use of sex toy now?
When we
No,
talk
what's
about
funny
sex
about that?
toy, right?
Yeah.
You guys make it look like you are in a competition with the enemy or the devil himself. I don't see a competition here. Your what is it called? Your fellow
Co-debater.
No, not co. Your man started by saying that the moment a woman begins to want a sex toy, she begins to put it at a level that a man cannot get to. Oga, nobody is putting you on the same pedestal with a sex toy.
But
You
it
cannot
does, but it
vibrate.
does, but it
So
does.
you cannot
Does
do
it
it.
increase
Hold
your
on,
sexual
hold on.
desires?
I said
Can you
something
just-
in the last episode that if it takes a man 5 minutes to get to satisfaction, would you be concerned about the woman's satisfaction when you come? Mr. Wesley and Mr. Atlanta, when you have come, when you have gotten there, and your woman is still in that bed, mourning and wanting more, what do?
You go for round 2.
How many men get to round?
There are so many men that go for
Can we
round
please
two,
calm
round
down?
You
Can
go
we
for
please-
you go for round 2.
Wait
There are
first.
so
Wait.
many men
Well.
that
Wait
Okay.
now. Wait. You see, the question I asked, what type of a doctor are you? It's simply
Yeah.
because I want to know where you're coming from. The aspect in which you're coming from is a doctor that basically works with people's teeth. Abby, that's what you do. I want everybody to understand what you do.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, please correct me. Am I wrong?
Yeah, what's the correlation?
So
yeah, what's
does
the
it
yeah?
have- what does it have to do with the?
Wait.
Yeah.
So on a day-to-day basis, you go to the hospital and you work with people's teeth.
Okay.
What you went to go and learn in school is just a structure of the person's teeth, different toothages and all of that, right? What we are talking about is not somebody's teeth. We're talking about a woman's
Vagina.
Can I ask you a
We're
question?
talking about different points. Even men too. We're talking about things that arouse people.
And what is wrong with being
okay.
aroused?
Please, can I ask
In
you a
that
question?
sense, we're also talking about stimuli and how the human behaves to stimuli. We're not talking about.
At least you're a doctor.
Somebody's
You should understand when we talk about stimuli.
Of course.
So
Of course.
therefore, I believe that this is a place where we can all learn. I'm not laughing that, oh, you don't understand what I'm saying. What is pissing me off is you clearly don't understand what we're
And
saying.
you do not want to
and you're
understand
pretending
it.
that you understand what we're saying.
Okay. Can I tell you something about the sex toy?
Okay.
You know, there are so many negative effect of sex toy,
Okay.
which has to do with the transfer of infection from partners to partner, especially the lesbians, the use of sex toy amongst them, the transfer of infections among them.
True.
And now, the use of sex toy, the materials being used in the fabrication or the production of sex toys has chemical toxins that actually will affect the vagina and cause infertility.
Which toxin?
Hey, I need a study right now.
Yes. You can Google it. Of course. You can Google. Of course you can.
Words into the air.
Wait, guys, wait, one house. Wait, hold on.
You have sex, you don't transfer affection. It is when sex comes into the picture.
These are things you should Google about. I guess you should. Yes. Of course, that is what I'm doing. You know, and these materials used can actually, these toxins they have the chemical toxins that can actually cause infertility. Yeah. And again, the prolonged use of this sex toy causes desensitization to the vagina and the clitoris, in the sense that the long use of this sex toy makes the clitoris not to be able to respond to stimuli. And because the long use of these sex toys. You understand?
Yes, I do.
And also, the sex toys can actually expand the vaginal walls and make it. For example, now you have a fiance or a partner that has a very small penis. You understand?
Yeah.
And the lady is using a very big sex toy.
You have no business
No,
in the relationship.
He has a valid point. That's a valid
Wait,
point.
now.
Let him keep talking. Wait.
I'm coming.
Let him finish. Wait. Let him finish.
Has a higher sex drive for you.
But you know, personally, I see the situation is this here. They're making points. You guys are making different points here. I'm very neutral in this in this debate, basically. But the thing is this: I want to hit different points on different sides on his own. They're making a point here about the fact that if you actually use a toy, you tend to have that reliance on that toy. You understand? Whether it is the primary user or secondary user or expert level user.
I don't agree.
But there's a level of, if you start something, naturally, as people use sex toys, what's the average amount of times that they use sex toys?
I have 4 toys.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I picked anyone up.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
You're more focused on the distribution side of it.
No,
than
sir.
the business side of it.
I like my pleasure, and I prefer it when a man gives it to me. I have a question for the guys.
All right.
So, say you are you guys, first of all, aware that sex itself is an addiction?
All right.
Right? Now, a man is okay, is very comfortable to lose his body count. Are you aware that for us as ladies, it's a very big problem? The moment a man says, how many persons have you had sex with? And I'm like, oh, I've lost count. He sees me naturally as an ashawo. So why is it not seen the other way around? A man is okay with getting addicted to alcohol, getting addicted to gambling, getting addicted to betting. He will tell you every day that he doesn't have an issue with, these things. He can control it.
True.
But then when a woman tries to explore, it's not just about sex toy. If we change this conversation to something else, let me see now. Let's say, I don't know what else right now that the society frowns at when it comes to women, but I just have a feeling that the moment we want to pass a level that the men have placed us, they begin to call names. Sex toy is not everybody who is addicted to it.
True.
There are people who just want to have it for the fun of it. There are people who want to have it because their men want it. And guess what? There are men who use the same sex toy. So let me ask you guys are having conversations with your bro, and then your bro goes, guy, you see one cock ring where I buy from this babe. If you see what's in this cock ring, tell me you will not be eager to maybe want to give it a shot.
They will first abuse that.
No.
Hold on. I feel like in life, it's more acceptable when your gender brings it to you. Brings that conversation to you to say, oh, I've used this thing and it worked for me. But now when a woman brings that same conversation into the picture, you begin to see that there's a problem with it.
Now, you were asking a very good question. Now, I want to answer your question. Do you know why, we men and women are different when it comes to sex? Because women are actually emotionally attached to this.
I agree.
And men usually may not be emotionally attached to it.
That's the same thing you guys
You
said
understand?
with cheating. No?
No.
We are emotionally attached.
Emotionally,
yes.
okay.
Cheat. But it's okay for men to cheat with like 50 women.
Like
but the
a
moment
man-
we are with one man, we are emotionally attached to him.
A man actually can masturbate
And not have any
and
emotion.
still go and fuck a lady.
No,
But lady,
no,
wait.
Judge, please, can I interrupt here? Can I interrupt here? Because you see, when we do these things, when it comes to a woman, it make it seem I am not just a sex toy vendor. I've told you this before. I sell aphrodisiacs.
What's aphrodisiacs?
Aphrodisiacs are basically spice of bedroom activities.
What does that mean exactly?
So basically, if on a normal day you have an issue with getting wet, you introduce something into that conversation, into that activity, you're taking an aphrodisiac. If a man tells you he has a weak erection, it's not working for him, the moment he takes something to help him, it's an aphrodisiac he's taking. So back to my point. A woman tells you that, what's it called? She wants to do these things. You have an issue when it's a woman that is doing it. But when a man is the one that wants to do it. Let's use aphrodisiacs as an example. I have a client that one time told me that his erection is really weak because of the number of times he masturbates. And the first thing I told him, I said, before I can prescribe anything to you, you need to cut down your level of masturbation. Because guess what? The moment you have satisfied yourself and allowed that thing to come out, you cannot force another one to come out. You might not have another sperm to release. That's why when they masturbate, going back to that woman is a problem. Who is talking about it? Nobody. But when a woman women's energy, when it comes to bedroom activity, it's hard to find a man that can match it. So why not just allow her satisfy herself the best way she can? And then when it is time for you, she also gets satisfied by you. If you can change your mentality, that sex toy is not here to replace me. It is rather here to even help me when I am not available for this reason. When you have come, when you have gotten there, and your woman is still in that bed, mourning and wanting more, what do?
You go for round 2.
How many men get to round?
There are so many men that go for round 2.
Can we please calm down?
If he's on the road at 11 p.m., they're having sex over the phone. Has it changed anything? He gets home and he still fucks his wife. In fact, they have a baby on the way. Did the sex toy get her pregnant? Did she neglect her husband? Did she stop having sex with her husband to her satisfaction because there's a sex toy in the picture? No. When you are in the clit, let me give you a position. When you are in the vagina and you're a missionary, do you touch the clit sometimes? Yes or yes? Do you touch a woman's clit when you are fucking her and you know very well that will arouse her? Do you touch it? Okay, let me help you. Do you know that moving in a particular position over and over again can affect your joints in your hand? So how about you get a real sucker?
Okay.
It is on the clit and you are fucking her and she's screaming, "Oh baby, hit me where I want you to hit me." Does it mean that she's not satisfied when that road sucker is not there or your figure is not there and you are inside of her?
If that road sucker is
Not there, you cannot satisfy her.
Oh, that's not true. Do you also know?
Where's the point? The point there?
It doesn't apply to everyone.
But she asked you, do you use
Yes.
your finger naturally? Do you use
Most of
it?
them couldn't talk now.
you literally
They felt like they were bringing out their secrets.
You don't do it on your own. You are not even asking for help to do
If you
it.
want to ask me about how I have sex or how
Oh, I wouldn't want to ask.
It's dry and boring. To be very honest.
Okay.
you were not
Have mercy on him. Have mercy on him. Okay.
to start telling me how I go about my sex life.
It's fine.
But now, when it comes to all of these things, I'm going to ask you a very simple question.
Very fine.
Does it affect you psychologically?
Not everybody, but yes, it does affect women psychologically.
Okay. Out of 100%,
Yes.
do you agree with me that 65 to 70% of persons, the people using these things, it affects them psychologically?
You know why I won't agree with
you
you?
going to ask-
Do you
are you
know
going
why? Listen, sir. Do you know why I will not agree
not
with you?
answering my question.
Hold on. Do you know why I will not agree with you? Because I am not just, hold on, I'm not just a lady, but I'm someone who believes that until a practical study is done, you cannot put a percentage to something. If you tell me some women or most women, it's okay. But you cannot tell me 65%. Who took the study?
Okay. I'm not going to give you a percentage right now.
Okay.
Are you going to agree with me that the people using this thing affects them more psychologically.
No, I will only agree with you if you say there are people that are psychologically affected by the use of sex
So are
toy.
you saying
Yes, but not everybody.
Okay, are you saying that this thing?
Do you know that so let me know- so tell me don't know what that is, basically.
Psychological effect on.
What did
anybody
I just say?
They just
There
answered
are
your
people-
question.
Does
Did
it
you
have
not
any
hear me?
psychological effect on anybody using this?
Can I repeat myself?
A percentage
There are
of people
She doesn't
that
want us to go on
affected.
percentage rate. Okay, does it affect anybody using this psychologically?
Yes, there are people like
You
that.
just answered my question.
But
why
I've
are you
been
not
answering him since. Have I not?
You say you don't want us to go based on a ratio now.
Don't put a ratio to it. But there are people who are
Hold on
affected.
now.
It
Yes.
affects you psychologically.
No, it does not affect me psychologically.
Wait. Hope we understand that when you say psychologically are affecting, there's positive and negative, right?
That for that one is not a problem.
It is
It's
not
only the
about
negative.
positive and negative. Does it affect?
Does alcohol affect you in any way? Has it stopped you?
Does this thing affect you psychologically? You're not answering my question.
It does not affect me, pizza, psychologically, but there are women it affects.
But when you administer these things to your clients,
Yes, please.
tell them that it affects them psychologically.
Oh, please check out my frequently asked questions.
You're going just answer the
Yes.
question. Just answer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
It affects you psychologically. Second question: does this thing have an effect on your relationship? Yes or no?
No, it doesn't.
Your sexual life?
No, it doesn't.
Then you're just lying to your clients.
I think on a see trouble.
I'm sorry.
No, you are not sorry for this because when he said something, I did not force it on him. Atlanta is forcing his points on me. It doesn't make sense.
What point are you
Sir,
No point. No
the
point.
fact that
Nobody's
one
forcing
person is
their
affected does not mean everybody is affected.
Of course.
He's saying
As a
I'm
rule,
lying.
as
How
a
does
rule.
he know I am lying?
As a rule, not everybody will be affected, but then
everybody will be affected.
most persons will be
But most
affected.
persons will be affected.
Most persons
I'm
will
not
be
taking that
affected.
away from this conversation.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say.
No, the simple
is that
truth is it affects people.
Yes.
Let's just
Psychologically, can I
psychologically it also
Please do.
They've agreed on that part.
So you
Nobody's arguing.
So are you with me on this point that are you with me on this point that
I agree.
you should not use the sex toy?
No,
You should not use
I
it
can
at
never
all.
agree to that.
I agree with
Because
you
it
with that.
affects.
Oh,
What affect? What?
when
Why
like
can't you
hold
go?
on,
Why can't you go natural? Why you go
hold on.
natural?
I asked Atlanta earlier.
I
Does
just said let me
hold on?
positive
I asked him
part.
earlier. Does alcohol affect him? He said yes. Does alcohol affect you?
Yes.
Does alcohol? Wait, no.
How?
Does
Affect you how?
alcohol affect you psychologically?
Let's go with that.
Does alcohol affect you?
It affects you.
No, it's him I'm
psychologically.
asking, please. Does it affect you?
Excess alcohol does.
Oh, now you
actually.
agree now that it's excess.
or not.
So
agree.
on that level of sex toy use, should it affect anybody?
Yes.
But
When
sex
it's not
toy is so
excess.
addictive
Excess
that
of
you
it.
cannot
Alcohol
underuse
is
it.
not
Yeah,
active.
that's what I'm
You
trying to
drank
say.
5 seconds
It's so-
ago. Did you
it's-
see me use a
it's-
sex toy 5 seconds ago?
No, let me tell you. It's so addictive that you cannot. You cannot.
You can't be speaking for me. I am not addicted to a toy.
How will you not be addicted?
I am addicted to a man that can cuddle me and put me to sleep.
Now, this sex toy. Now, like I said earlier,
We are-
it raises the bar that we men cannot fit in.
When did you find this out? When did you find this out? Have you tried? Hold on. If you're talking, Wesley, if you're talking from past experience, believe me, I will listen to you. Who told you?
How many
Which
ladies?
man have you sat down
How many
with?
ladies will confine to their man that they use sex toys?
No, you have not answered my question. You said,
Because society,
hold on. You said
societally,
sex toy.
it's not accepted.
Who
It's
did
not
not accept
accepted
it?
societally.
Is smoke accepted as society?
How many persons can
Are
come
people
out
not
and
still
die
smoking?
using sex toys?
People do it, yeah. But people smoke.
People smoke.
And it affects them psychologically.
I agree.
It affects them in their way of life.
Yes.
Okay, can I go on with my statement?
Yes.
You agree with me that this thing affects
Yes.
a
Yes.
large number of people using
I
it?
agree.
Of course.
It affects a large number of people in their relationship.
I will not take a large, but it affects people. Take the large out of it because you're putting a ratio to
Let me tell you
it.
something. Let me tell you what.
Yes, take the large out of it.
What?
Yes.
Let me tell you something. What?
Yes, it
In
does.
your relationship.
Yes, it does.
So now, with the use of these things,
Yes.
it gives you the level of satisfaction that you need. doesn't
Okay.
it? It does.
Yes, it does.
And as a being, as a reasonable person, you know that this thing works in a rate that a normal human being cannot.
Yes, please.
And we all agree that sex generally is not about dildos and all of that. We agree that sex generally is addictive.
Yes, please.
We always want more when we start it. When you use these things, yeah, are you saying that you don't want the level of satisfaction that this thing gives to you from your partner?
I can never interchange those two satisfactions.
You cannot interchange, but
No,
are you saying that you don't wish to get the level of satisfaction that this thing gives to you?
No, sir. See, Wesley, hold on. Wait. Wesley, if you
drop
ask
that
please
thing
hold
and
on.
go and look for a man.
See, Atlanta, if you're asking me this question
But at the
because
end
you
of
want
the
to
day,
You know
learn,
what this man can
You
do?
said something in the previous podcast that this thing moves in sequence. Yeah?
yes, frequencies.
Different frequencies.
Yes, please.
And your man can never.
Get there. Agreed. I don't even want him to get there. What is he going there to do? Does he want to die?
But in the previous episode,
Yes.
this thing, when you talked about it, you said something about your man not getting to this, he can never meet up this standard at the end of the day, blah, 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 blah. So, you are agreeing with me at the end of the day that it affects your relationship.
That's not the only thing
Why do
she
you
said.
keep asking the same
I
question
remember vividly,
over
that's not
and
the only thing
over
she
and
said.
over
She
again?
also mentioned that there are things this thing cannot give to her. These things cannot cuddle her.
her.
No, he
These
didn't
things
hear
cannot-
that.
No, you did not hear that.
No, I heard it.
That's
Yeah.
paragraph.
You cannot cuddle
Yes.
her.
See,
cannot
Wesley,
even take her out.
hold on.
Cannot-
Wesley,
cannot
you keep asking me questions and I keep telling you, yes, sorry, Atlanta, I keep replying your questions, right? That's to tell you that to an extent, we are we have an understanding. But can you actually, for a second, cross a line with your own understanding?
Make me cross that line.
There is a level of this thing that gets people addicted. No one is taking that away. But do you also realize that there is a level of pleasure it brings into a relationship that spices up the relationship that should not be neglected?
Spices of the relationship that should not be neglected.
But without the
Wait,
sex
wait,
talk,
I
can
like
a
him to answer.
relationship be spicy?
Yes!
Exactly. So that
Yes!
So we are of the opinion
But
that
for the love of God, see,
it should not
before
be
you
used
say
like
before you say no to
You are
something,
of the
before
opinion
you
that
say
what?
no to something, give it a shot. I can pick up a glass of drink now and I will gulp it and I'll tell you I don't like the taste. I can pick up, everybody can be smoking here and I'll walk into this room and they try to get me to smoke and I'll tell you I don't like how it feels. That's because I have tried it and I know how it feels. But when you forgive me, I take that back. But when you say you hate something that you have never experienced, I mean, for crying out loud, do you know what it will do? If you have a relationship that your girlfriend is an explorer, your girlfriend is adventurous, you have secrets in that relationship. She will not want to tell you things because she doesn't like how you
Can I come in?
I hate taking
Wait. Let me solve for a bit. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, we are not coming here to say that you guys must inculcate sex toys into your relationship. I agree with you completely when you say that you can have sex with this person and not even involve a sex toy. I agree with you completely. But what I am saying or what I'm going against is you people say it's not. You should not even try it. Those that really want to even do it, they should not do it because it is
devilish.
Exactly.
It is demonic.
It's not
his
by
word.
force.
It is dependence.
But you just picked up drink and they asked
That
you,
one is not addictive.
Wait, now, they asked you, Mr. Man,
Yes.
that this thing that you're drinking, can you get addicted to it? You now gave an answer that's stuck in my head. You say continuously, if you continue drinking it.
No, but sex toy, the moment you pick it up.
It applies to every little thing. Forget
No,
sex toy.
no.
Even
Wait,
your phone,
let
you
finish.
can be
I
addicted
agree.
to it.
Yes.
Answer a question based on this alcohol thing.
Wait, let finish. Oh, you want to talk? Okay. Go ahead.
Ask me.
I'm agreeing with you that
Okay.
alcohol is addictive.
Okay.
Yeah? So imagine you are home and your husband comes back home intoxicated, wasted, and he's very drunk.
Okay.
Yeah? And he comes on you. How would you perceive your husband?
And it what?
Comes on
Like
me.
comes on you is like probably mad, or he maybe just wants to have like sex and you're not ready, you're not in the mood. He's just intoxicated, like the effect of the alcohol is disturbing.
I don't understand.
No, like I'm
As in
Imagine-
he ejaculates on
no,
it.
not come, not like come. Like he wants to
have sex with you.
Okay.
The effect of the alcohol generally, either he wants to have sex with you or he was mad at you, he beats you. You will not be happy because the alcohol affected him, yeah? Same thing with all of these things.
Atlanta,
What?
are you
Please,
aware?
Give me another
Wait.
example.
Are you aware?
The same example you used with
No,
the
the same example. The same example.
With the toy.
The same. No,
Yeah,
no,
you
the same
use the example.
Let me use
Use
it.
the example with the toy so that you can use the example.
Toy. I use this thing a lot. No, not me. My wife or whoever uses this thing a lot.
Yeah.
Leave him. Let him talk.
I am actually. So, you use
He has been casted on what?
you use this thing all the time.
Yes, please.
So you use it a lot, basically. You use it. You use it. Wait, where?
No, like,
Your clit
You
or
use this thing all the time.
Yeah.
And then I cannot meet up to this standard. And let me say I'm your husband. This thing, do you know it creates room for you to go out and cheat on me? Are you going to agree to
Can I ask you a question based on your past conversation?
No, please, before you deviate.
No, sir.
Before you deviate.
No, I don't agree.
Before you deviate.
I don't agree. I've answered you.
You don't agree?
No, sir.
That it can create room for cheating?
No, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Moving on. Atlanta said something.
it's-
Wait, my love. Sorry.
Aye.
He said that a man comes home intoxicated, right, and gets on his wife, wasted. Two things. First of all, are you aware that one of the best sex to have is drunk sex? Hold on, I'm coming.
I made
I'm
a
coming.
statement.
Hold
You're
on,
not in the
hold
mood.
on.
I made a statement.
Hold
You're not in the
on.
mood.
I'm coming. I'm
What
not there
study
yet.
shows that?
You should read up.
Technically.
For real, I can Google it and I can put a
I
pen to
agree.
it if you want me to. That's one. Two. Atlanta, does someone get intoxicated from one glass?
Possibly, yes.
Yes.
Some kind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for someone who drinks, right, can that person get
drinks?
intoxicated from one shot of drink?
No. Okay, continue.
So let's say someone who drinks
Okay.
heads to 5 shots, 10 shots, 15 shots, throws themselves off the handle or whatever they say, right? And then gets intoxicated. Do you know there's a problem when you get there? Because at that moment, it's only you that matters. You no longer, hold on, I'm coming, I'm making a point here. You no longer care what gives your partner, what brings your partner to your level. You just want to get on top of her, fuck, and go to sleep. There's a problem. The same problem we have with sex toys. And that's why we are seated here. Debunking the fact that addiction to this thing is a problem.
Okay.
The fact that it is here does not mean that you should kill yourself because of it.
But when you
Go out
start-
and get a man once in a while.
But when you start making use of these things, you want more.
It's the same thing with
when
addiction
you start-
everywhere. But I don't like, Atlanta, the fact that you guys want to just stay at the fact that sex toy is addictive
If you can
and not come down to the level that there is fun in this thing
Why can't you
is
say-
a problem.
No, but why can't you-
Alcohol is addictive. Sex is addictive.
Let me come here.
But once
Let me
in a
come
while,
here.
we enjoy this thing.
Now let me come here now. So I look at the aspect of the two sides now, and they're making people are making valid points. In the aspect that basically, first things first. I know one of the major factors that you guys are looking at is the fact that when girls actually tend to use these sex toys, the dependency level becomes high, and I think they also agree with you that in most cases it becomes like that.
Yes, we agree.
But I think what the point they're trying to make you understand right now is also the fact that regardless, if you both decide to actually, with communication, and then you both don't see it as an issue, decide to come together to actually use it to actually part of your sex life, it can be a good thing.
That's when you are married.
Yes, sir.
As a single girl, I don't have an issue using a toy.
Okay, so you look at the aspect of, okay, now
See, get our point. Our point
you
is
mean like single, like in a relationship, or single like,
anywhere.
any boy,
Get our point. At least I think I can speak.
What's the marriage and the whole thing?
Hold on. I think I can speak to an extent for if you don't agree, feel free to say. The point we are trying to make, they have been trying to from the beginning put it to us that addiction to this thing is bad, which we accept.
Okay.
Our
Not just
point,
addiction,
hold
the
on.
use of sex toy is bad. Like
As a whole,
we are, yes,
but then we can't be on the same
not,
page.
We are not saying we are not
Because
talking about
where we are
addiction.
coming from,
We are
right,
not talking about
is to
addiction
let
here.
them
We are-
know
we are
that
saying
there
that
is
the use of
nothing
sex toy
wrong
is
with
bad.
using this thing. The same way there has not been anything wrong with using other things that we know very well that biblically and socially they are wrong, but we are still doing them. Sex toys should not be an argument, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so what would you say are like the major things that, or the major issues, with sex toys being applied in relationships? Like if you say basically the fact that, okay, I know you guys, okay, I'll ask the guys now. would you be okay if your girl was like, I enjoy having sex with you. I like the vibe. We're having great sex. But I would like us to incorporate a sex toy into the to spice it up for something different.
They will break up.
Would this something that you guys be okay with? At least from what you've heard from what they've said, you think, would you see that? Will you see it as an enemy, or will you see it as a partner that's coming to just help to partner it with you? Would you understand from that point of side where you feel like this can actually just be something that could also help to easing things up with me in the relationship? What would you guys say?
Okay.
For me, yeah, I'm not going to accept that.
Completely.
And I was going to say something earlier. Coming up to me saying, yes, you like my sex, and then you want us to bring in sex toys. It's going to make me feel like I'm not meeting up to your sexual.
Of course.
Probably because you've been using that before you brought the suggestion up to me. Do you understand?
Okay.
Probably, I said probably, so you don't attack me. So, we are going back to saying that the usage of this sex toy thing is prohibited for me, because when I start using it with you, and maybe I'm not around, you go back to that thing. You definitely go back to it. And it gives you this satisfaction that at the end of the day, when I come back, you might not even have that time for me. You might not even feel, the chemistry might not even be there anymore, because even when I'm not at home, you can satisfy yourself.
Of
sexually.
course, of course.
So when I'm back home and I am
Not only that, the sex toy does what you cannot even do.
do you understand? Then I am back home.
You know, these are machines. These are machines. And you don't compare it to a woman.
That when someone is tired, one of the best way of easing off your stress is having sex. I want to have sex with you, but because I cannot meet up to that standard that this you and the olive and the rest of them is giving you, you not feel like I'm not man enough to satisfy you sexually.
All right.
Do you understand? This is how it starts. It's not about just being an advanced person.
So, Atlanta, I have a question for you. So let's say you get married.
Okay.
And you go shopping, and you buy your wife soap, detergents, a basin, buckets, and you go home and you say, love of my life, whenever you want to wash, I need you to use these things, right? And then your wife comes back after using these things for like, say, a year, and then she comes back and like, babe, should we get a washing machine? Would you be threatened by that, sir?
I won't.
Good. Wesley said something. These things are machines. When I was growing up, when we were way younger, we heard that a woman who uses a washing machine is a lazy woman. I don't know who else heard that thing, but when I was growing up, that was the mentality they put in our head. In fact, I have a friend that they never bought a microwave because, according to the father, there is cancer in microwave. And the faster that your food cooks, it will not cook well. So use gas and cook the food. Before now, it used to be stove. The point is, when you begin to emancipate yourself from some thoughts, unlearn and relearn, there are a lot of things that you'll be open to. Have an open mind towards life. Because, sorry, sir, because every day, one new thing is in vogue, right? So if today, the thing that is in vogue is using hands to wash clothes, using hands to wash bitter leaf, and then tomorrow there is a technology that comes out and it makes the job easier and it makes the job sweeter and it adds spice to that thing. I feel like we should open up to technology however it comes.
Yeah. But now.
I agree, but like the part I was trying to make understand, like imagine a situation basically where basically you guys are both having like basically you, like I mentioned something, you are looking for the point of what the guys were saying. You have sex. You guys normally have sex. Cool. Sex toy was probably introduced into the whole thing, but let's spice it up. Now, me and you both know that even if you said that let it be used only when you're together, when you're alone and you're horny, it's there looking at you. You would want to use it.
Yes.
Already, you're already beginning to break certain kind of boundaries
Trust.
and trust and
Yes.
levels of things that normally you wouldn't agree to.
Okay.
Do you understand? Now I'm looking at the fact that okay, yes, let's say we are now agreeing that okay, let's incorporate sex into the
Toys.
into sex toys. Sorry, sex toys into our sex life. And now, as a man, most times people don't like some guys don't like masturbating. They feel like the pleasure
Like
is
me.
just really not there.
Okay.
Personally, I don't like masturbating. I find it's not because I'm trying to be a saint or anything, but personally, I don't find the satisfaction. I feel like it's just short-lived and it's not something that I'd rather wait for the main thing that's for me to do. Now, some girls now would not want to probably use that sex toy to play with themselves. And you, who's probably not into the whole masturbation part and everything, who wants to satisfy themselves because maybe you're free fire or whatever. Already now, there's already been a situation where there has been a level of distrust and everything. And now I'm coming back home and I'm eager to see this lady. You understand? Because I want to have sex with her. I want to have this intimate time with her. Like I've been saving myself. I can't wait to have this her. And I get back home and let us say 5 minutes, she just came with using sex toys like for 3 rounds or something, or for the vibration or the frequencies or whatever she has done basically. I come back and she's like, I'm tired. And she probably don't tell me that she probably uses sex toy. Do you understand? Already, that build up of the whole thing will gradually begin to actually like mess up the relationship and reduce the form of intimacy that you would naturally have if you both would have waited for that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, my point right now is the fact that can we also look at in the aspect that in these kind of situations, it can also be a factor that can actually detriment a good working relationship. You want to go back in the days, basically, I feel like about our forefathers and everything. They don't sex toys. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the fact that sex toys are there now because it also helps to actually release the stress of men. Feel like it or not. If you're in the bedroom and you feel like, as you mentioned a point that you feel like you're too tired or you want to whatever, you can put the thing in her basically and then control the whole vibe. And I find that it's been an attractive way. Go out, have something in your panties and everything, press the button here and there, spark everything, you go back home and... But I feel like that should be a continuity thing, not something that should end the process of it.
So, should want that pleasure.
But then the guys are looking at the aspect that the fact that they feel like it might be a replacement, not like a replacement in the fact that sex is not good, but in the fact that it might break that form of intimacy, that sexual connection that a normal person would have had if that was not in the picture.
Exactly.
So can you really see it in that point of view, that of what they are saying? Again, looking at the fact that, me personally, I'm also agreeing with the fact that sex toys are good. It's good to spice everything up. But it can also be the aspect that can also detriment.
Josh, you're not saying the same thing as what they are saying. They are saying, say no to the use of sex toy. I stand to be corrected. That's what they are saying. What you are saying is there should be a point in life where you should be okay to embrace this thing. I mean, you are out with your babe has a pants vibrator on, and then you are the one with the remote. If na me be that babe, I cannot wait for my man to do it by himself. Hold on. But here's what I want to say, yeah. If every man can understand that this thing has nothing to do with addiction for every lady, it is a usage. It is, I just want to have that feeling. Once in a while, I like to happy myself in this way. If they can come to that understanding, I don't think we should be having this conversation. But where their problem lies is the fact that as long as you are a woman, you have no right masturbating or using a toy.
That's what you said.
Please correct me.
No. We know. No. Don't put it that way. Do you know why we are saying that? Do you know why we are saying that? In a long run.
Long run is what? In a long run, you will get addicted to anything in life.
You get so addicted to it, and over time, it gets to replace the man.
No.
Hey. But
Yes,
are you sure you should not be ashamed of yourself that a toy, a mechanic,
not like that.
technology is replacing you?
These are
Now,
machines.
do you think it is about him? It is about you.
How is it about me?
Machines.
It is about you.
These are machines.
So wait.
You're not listening.
Atlanta, can I ask you a question?
You've not even answered.
What question did he ask?
What
was the question?
You've not even answered this question.
What was his
Now, the thing
question?
is, are you going to understand that this thing affects your relationship when it comes to being intimate with your partner?
Partner.
Yes.
It affects your
When when you hit extremely, why do we keep saying the
It's
same
not
thing
about
over and
extreme.
over
The fact that you
again?
start making use of these things.
Since
I don't
it's
see
more.
personally.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Josh is to an extent the reason why this argument is lasting the way it's lasting. This is your gender, right? 5 seconds ago, he said he's okay with controlling his baby in public. Do you understand? 10 minutes ago, we're having issues with the fact that Josh was just standing on this side. But now he has opened up to the fact that there is nothing wrong with using a sex toy. Let's all just have an understanding that starting something is not my problem here. My problem is don't get addicted to it.
But
How is that possible?
But-
Because you have the level of you getting, the level of you getting addicted.
Wesley,
is so high.
sex toy.
So
Wesley, sex toy does not replace anybody. It is only there to enhance what is there.
Now my advice is this. My advice. Sorry.
Who you the advice? Who you
My
advise?
advice is this.
Who are you advising,
Since
sir?
this sex toy has the ability to make you to be dependent on you
Okay.
and addicted to it, don't use it.
My advice to you, sir, since alcohol.
Don't.
Okay, wait, Joe, what? They say one thing basically that they want to see. Let's finalize everything. I know from the arguments here, I know that nobody will agree with each other. So now, summarize your points. I'll do one boy, one girl, one boy, one girl. You just summarize what you feel, and then I'll summarize everything total. So let's start with Wesley. Wesley, go ahead. So you want to say?
Okay, now my stance still remain. Sex toy is demonic, it's addictive, it has a high level of dependence and should be completely avoided because it has its effect on the human sexuality. It's so bad because one, it raises the bar to a point where a man cannot be able to satisfy you. It also makes the lady to feel that these men are not performing enough. They are not doing what they are supposed to do. And over time, when addiction gets into it, it subtly, it's not a one-day event, it subtly replaces the man. There is no way you will not feel for the man because you know that, oh, this man will just do this normal 1 minute and let me get to myself. So what is the reason why you should go and meet a man when this sex toy can give you actual satisfaction and even more? I don't know if you understand. It can give you the actual satisfaction you need, the orgasm you need, and even more. So why do you go and meet a man? Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say now is this. We know that this is highly addictive, this is bad. We should avoid it. Because there is no way you can control yourself from not to be addicted to it. You cannot control it.
Okay.
So the best way is for you not to try it for the first time.
So your point that it's not try for the first time.
Exactly.
What would you say your big take is that in that journey? What would you summarize on your own personal say?
In summary,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that I think I can say at this point is I've listened to these people. I've learned. Yes, there is a point of usage that you could use these toys where you can get addicted to them. It is possible. It is true. But like every other thing, it depends on your usage. I've been saying it.
Which you cannot control. Which you cannot control.
No more debate.
This is a summary.
Controller.
I've been saying this. It's the level of usage.
the level of
We are all adults here. We are all participating in one or two things that we should not participate in terms of virtues. One of those things is drinking, which, by the way, almost all of us here are doing it now.
Okay.
But now the difference between we and alcoholics is the way we drink. How many times do we drink in a day?
Can we do without it?
Can we do?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Can we do without it? If today we don't see this drink for a week and more, can we be able to cope?
Yes,
I can say that. I don't know about you though. But at the end of the day, we should not sideline the fact that these things are fun. There are people that use it and enjoy it. These people are human beings like you and I. For you to say using these things is witchcraft, that means you're saying that I'm using it, I'm a witch. I'm practicing witchcraft. No, this is something I do. I enjoy it. I don't do it all the time. And other people can agree with me that as a matter of fact, as a matter of true speaking, you can actually use this without getting addicted to it.
Yes, ma, I agree.
Thank you very much.
All right, Alanta, what do you have to say about that? What's your summary? Not about
Summary.
that.
First of
Yeah.
all, this can have an effect on you psychologically. Can have an effect on you in your relationship. It can cause an infection on you. but
Dick does not cause
infection. Okay, it does. So at the end of the day, my take on this is the moment you start using this, you will not want to stop. So I'm going to agree with you. People drink and it has an effect on every one of us, but not everybody drink. I believe that there are girls out there who are not into things like this. They believe that they have to wait for their man to come and they just have it naturally and enjoy themselves. I like the fact that we all agree that this has an effect on us when it comes to our sexual needs and desires. So if you know that this thing is going to make you want to have sex like a robot, then avoid humans. Do you understand? But to me, this is wrong. If you are in a relationship and you want your relationship to be sweet and fun and everything, there are a lot of things that you can do in your relationship when it comes to adventure. You can do with your partner without involving all of these things. Knowing that this thing is going to make you become sexually addictive, it's going to make you want more when it comes to sex, it's going to affect you psychologically, it's going to make you not even feel your man when he's inside of you, then stay away from it. That's what I'm going to say. Thank you.
All right, Drips.
Okay, so I'm not going to try to speak to my co-debaters. I'm going to speak to ladies out there. And I will say, once upon a time, we used to just be in our bedrooms, in our shower, and masturbate and go about our life. Then men were not threatened. But when we decided to go a step further, it became a thing of any woman that is using it is trying to replace a man. When we started using the toy, that was not our plan. Our plan was our fingers were not getting to where we wanted them to get to. We wanted to go a step further. And all of a sudden, the step we have moved, it is a problem to the other gender. I would say, whatever gives you joy, as long as the other gender has never tried to stop themselves from enjoying life to the fullest, I don't think it should be an issue for you as a woman. If what gives you joy is a toy, and your man is not in support, and you know you love that man and you don't want anything to happen to your relationship, my sister, hold yourself. If depression comes your way, hold yourself. Nobody will kill you outside. But if at the end of the day, what you want for yourself is maximum satisfaction, and you decide that this is what I can do to attain maximum satisfaction. A man can be in the club till 4 a.m. His wife is in bed alone. Because he wants to achieve something with his friends, he doesn't hurry back home. But when we try the same thing, say let's even go to the club and stay till 2, they are calling us to come back home. Because of course, it's a man's world. It doesn't change the fact that as a woman, if I want to enjoy my life to the fullest, I should hold myself back because of a man. So ladies, hear me. If using a sex toy will help you, please, by all means, get yourself one. If what you have heard from this man is, don't ever try it, be judgmental about it, very cool, very fine. Allow us that have unlocked a new level that we are enjoying. enjoying our lives. Keep judgment out of it. When we get to heaven, let's all be judged accordingly. Thank you so much.
All right, so I guess everyone has said what they have to say. It's obvious that we can't settle on one particular thing for the debate, but please tell me your opinions, basically, on what you think is better. Sex toys, yes or no? Do you think that is good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's healthy? Do you think it can be good for relationships? So just tell me what you think basically will be the best situation for that. Because obviously right here we can't settle this in the studio. But I want to thank you guys for actually being part of the show. We really appreciate you guys being here. Either debating or giving your own opinions. Every opinion matters. And please, if you feel like whatever, feel free to write anything in the comments and give advices on what you feel basically can be more beneficial to use sex toys or not. And please follow us on our entertainment channel on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. On J Squad Entertainment, and we hope to give you premium entertainment. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again. Thank you very much, and good night.